What is up, everybody? Zach here, also known as Angry Irishman 86. We've got a hideout map today. Hideout, so you start with these palisade walls, and you are up next to a pretty big, pretty significant wood line. So if I take off the fog war, that's the wood on the map. You know, there is a little bit out on the sides. Your gold's typically outside. Oh, hey, there's a scout. Oh, he was being sneaky. So this is something that people like to do. I've skipped all the way ahead to the Castle Age because nothing happens typically in the Feudal Age on this map unless somebody tower rushes. But he was trying to be sneaky out here. Right, so let's go ahead and get moving. Yeah, he went with the first thing he did was drop town center. Me, I'm the Malay. I went random, and I've seen a couple of tricks on this map with the Malay, and namely going elephants. So elephants break through palisade walls in no time, and the Malay have cheap elephants. They have crappy elephants, but that's really annoying that I didn't see that. If we look at my fog of war, something really funny at the end of the game happens out here too. I didn't realize he was out there that early. Okay, so let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. I've got my elephants coming. They are really slow. You know, you might ask why I didn't put the stables out here. I just didn't want him to see them. I wait to mass up a few of them, and I'm like, you know what, it's taking too long. I've got to go. Right about now. Okay, so let's take a look at his response to this. He doesn't really have one yet. Okay, but he does drop a monastery. That's a good move. Tries to stonewall way too late. And from here on, this game just gets super hectic. One great thing with elephants, even though I don't think I have their armor yet, just like, oh, I'm getting shot by the TC, who cares? Like, again, Malay elephants are kind of weak, so it's not great, but now it's just being a pain. So having 8 elephants walking around in your base, never good. And I'm just trying to stream them forward. I go to put another stable up here. Yeah, these elephants don't do a whole heck of a lot. And he goes double monastery. So the problem with doing that as against the Malay is, again, these elephants are trash. So who cares, you know? That was my thoughts, at least at first. And now think of this, he's got 3 town centers. They're not doing anything right now. Okay, he fails to wall. He fails to wall here so much, but I can't believe I never saw that sneaky little turd. Okay. Now, I did not do a great job of continuing production, but I did delete my stable here and decided to go with a siege workshop so that I could try and take down town centers and snipe monks. Even though, again, losing these elephants, not a super big deal. And he did a good job, like, microing his monks, so if they were going to get killed, he just hopped them into a town center. And yeah, he's just going full monks. And something I did do that he did not notice, I just used my opening scout to knock down his gate right here. And that was another trick that I actually did. Before my elephants attacked right here, I attacked here with my scout so that he looked down here. He got his notification that he's being attacked. And he looked down here while I hit up here with the Elephantos. I almost said the monks, but I don't have monks yet. Alright. So, start getting the scorpion out. Well, he does a good job using his monks, using his monks to heal his elephants. Okay, not a whole lot going on, so let's go and speed this up. Back home, my economy's not the greatest, you know. This is where I made a big mistake. I only have 6 on gold. I'm trying to make elephants and siege. Yeah, you can have him. Whatever. Alright, so I'm waiting for siege right now. Yeah, elephants are never going to chase down the scouts. I have elephants too. This guy liked to talk a lot, so... I appreciated that I got to the point where he couldn't really talk a whole lot. Not that I mind it too much, it's just... when people want to talk too much, I'm like, dude, just let's play the game. Okay, so I got my siege in here, being annoying. I know he's got the elephants and they're going to destroy it, but I'm going to snipe those elephants. And then I also added light cav in here to try and snipe monks. I didn't do the best job with it. Man, how many has he got? He got 8. So the problem with monks is you have to select one by one to convert more than just one unit. Okay, and now I've got now you know I've got light cav out here, and I've got mobility. So this was a good move by him to just sit a fat old elephant right there. But I start popping out monks too. And he has to delete that one. Now I do know that this is open. Let's go ahead and go Fog of War. At least I assume that it's open. I don't have anything down there. Okay. And he's actually taken the score lead after all that. Okay. I do finally add another town center so I can get more on gold. And at this point I'm like, uh-oh. I think he's stabilized. If we look, he has. Okay. But I'm also just trying to build back up, so I decided to take out another palisade gate. I probably should just run these guys back and hit it with the with my mangoes. Man, I can't talk this morning. Okay, but I get in. These guys' goal is to just snipe monks. How many monks does he? He has 9. Okay, he also put up siege workshops there. And then coming up, I make a very important move that I think determined the fate of the game. Okay, so right here. Trying to take out a town center. I don't necessarily care too much if I get it or not, but like, look at that. Now he's got 5 villagers on it. And I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to loop these. Oh, I thought this is where I looped him around, but he's expecting it, so it's a good thing if they didn't make it all the way. Okay, now just running in light cav. This is just to be annoying. The light cav will die to town center fire pretty easily, but he can't get all of these villagers into town centers. Man, if I hadn't gone and just given him a heck of a time at home, he would probably be... He could have been making his own elephants out of here. Okay, so he has redemption. And he, so that means he can convert my siege. And he did. But the problem is, he converted it when I had elephants right around there, so I could just destroy it. And I decided to jump right here. Okay. Now, it would have really sucked for him if he was researching the Imperial Age out of that. Oh man, if he would have jumped these out to this side, that would have been much better for him. But yeah, decided to jump with my remaining elephants. And if you see, he's using all of these monks. I think he converted 2 elephants. So now they're not nearly as useful. I'm still going with light cav, running them in. He does have... Oh, I guess he did get 4 of my elephants. But still, running in light cav, I am taking down his monasteries, so the monks will not be a problem anymore. still haven't seen this. Okay, and now I have a monk here to try and convert my old elephants back. And do I ever use it? Okay, so here's his problem. He's running monks forward. I've got light cav now. Light cav have a bonus against monks, bonus attack. I see this castle going up. He should have sent way more for that castle. Way more. Oh, and he jumps up. Yeah, so he made a lot of mistakes here. But that's what happens when you have a bunch of elephants in your face. Right in your face. Okay, and this is where I kind of forced the issue. Like, do you want to lose 650 stone? Because if I destroy this foundation, you lose 650, so he's got to run villagers forward. And at that time I was buying stone to make my own castle. And as I said, he did a really good job of like hopping monks out and then hopping them back in. So here's a little trick that I've learned with monks. Okay, 3-ville castle there. Again, knowing these guys are probably gonna die, just running them up there. Okay, so right here is a very important part. He decides at one point, you know what? I've got to get this castle down because he can see my castle going down. Here he comes. So here's a trick I've learned with monks. Okay. If you target a villager, they will start running away from whatever they're building. So you can just take one monk, click, 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 and they start running away. He did have enough to get it up, but the amount of villagers he lost right there is worth it. And I got my own villager out of it. Isn't that lovely? Okay. I am up into the Imperial Age too, so got a castle in his face. I will here in a second. Yeah, just from here on in, like I can just stream my own military in to his base. He's got nothing threatening me. Well, he does have something threatening me. I just didn't see it. And now I got a treb coming out. Let's speed that up a little bit. Trying to build a house wall around my treb. And he did surprise me with this, I will fully admit. But it's like I just run my villagers back. I don't know what like these guys are doing or these guys are doing. Why didn't they just run through here? And light cav are gonna die super fast to town center fire, and he calls it. So yeah, super crazy game, guys. It was a fun one. It was pretty intense. It was, you know, there's a few times where he held me off right here, and if you looked at the score, he was starting to pull ahead, and that's because he had 3 town centers working pretty much the whole time. Whereas for the most part, I only had 1. This, like, doing stuff like this works sometimes at my level, but more often than not, this ends up being a waste of a villager coming out and building all this crap. If I hadn't been pressuring, this could have been a bigger issue, but the fact that I got elephants in super early to his base, that really saved me from looking like an idiot with this, even though right now I still feel like an idiot. But alright guys, yeah, that's our breakdown for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you could, give this video a like. If you want to share it, please do. And watch other videos. Comment down below, and we will talk to you on the next one.